today I want to really talk to you about the financial mindset. Because I believe, and this is from my own research from entrepreneurial biographies like the Richard Bransons. In the UK, we have a program called Dragon's Den, which is lots of entrepreneurs, and you get to pitch to them and so on, and they say yes or no and things like that. But I've read a lot of their books of how they've made their millions, and really, to me, it's about the mindset and the relationship we have toward being financially abundant. So that's what I want to talk to you about. Because really, why is it that some people can naturally and effortlessly seem to attract money in their life? And why is it some other people go through hell to get money just to get by? Is it just luck? Is it just being at the right place at the right time? Well, I say hell no to that. I think it's all about our mindset. Because why do 10% of the population, I know this kind of statistic is always a bit distorted and it's always changing, but let's just be quite basic about it. Why does 10% of the population earn 90% of the money in the world? Well, more and more research is always being undertaken about how our beliefs and our attitudes govern and affect how we attract money into our life. Now that can sound rather absurd, really, that just our mindsets and our attitudes and our values toward money and our associations to money will cause our behavior to be different. Well, if we take a closer look to it, we'll begin to see a deeper level of how the mind works and how we can get our mind at the right level of focus, really. So here it is. Are you ready? Well, whatever you believe and focus upon day in and day out, you'll begin to project and attract into your life. You could call it the power of intention, or the power of attention, or the power of focus, or the law of attraction, or the law of action, whatever it is. Whatever you focus upon with consistency, with energy, you're going to get that. You're going to get that thing in your life, whether it be the things we want or the other things we don't want. And whatever we call that, let's go a little bit deeper than it. Because if we have the beliefs such as, I don't deserve money, or getting money means hard work, or money is a root of all evil, and we have that belief system for a long period of time, and usually it can be imprinted on us as young as like 5 years old, 4 years old. We can have these beliefs from our family, how we were brought up, the culture that we live in, and how we perceive money and associate to money. But if we continue to have those beliefs, which aren't usually ours at first, we kind of absorb them and take them on board as if they were to be true, such as I don't deserve money, or getting money's hard work, or it is the root of all evil. The more we have that belief at that unconscious level, the belief becomes a reality for us. In the same way that how we can walk, it takes time to practice those things, to practice to walk, to learn how to drive. The more we do it, the better we get at it. The more we do a negative belief system, the better we get at doing that negative belief system as if it's an automatic. It becomes second nature, becomes unconscious. So our unconscious beliefs and our values, if they're negative towards money, this will hold us back in going for money or attracting money in our life. Or even just general wealth in our life, whether it be for our relationships or our career or even our health. That deep wealth of abundance in what we want in our life. But a question to consider is, are we ever taught to be wealthy? Think about it. Who teaches us to be wealthy? Well, unless we've been brought up by an entrepreneur who teaches us the association toward money, or we're inundated with positive mindsets around money, then the chances are we're not taught it. I know we're not taught it at school. I know things are changing, but we're not taught about money and taught how to be wealthy, the type of mindsets we should have to pursue our dreams. But we can teach ourselves by modeling other people around us, by reading autobiographies of people who have achieved their goals from nothing, who were poor, who had nothing, and then were able to attract what they wanted. Usually we're just told to get it, or to learn a trade, or get a trade, and then just get security. I remember clearly in my mind, the only thing I wanted when I was a child was an okay job, with an okay car, with okay holidays once or twice a year, and a good family. That's all I wanted. It's like I was settling for something which I really didn't want, but I thought that's what was accepted. I thought that is what I deserved. Now, okay, some people want that, and that's fine, but I took on that as if that's the expected thing. Like there wasn't a choice to have more than that. It's like something that I thought, that's just what happens. And I think that can happen for the majority of us. We're expected to get a job. We're expected to live off our pension eventually. I believe that I don't even want to live off my pension. I have one. But I don't want to rely upon that to get me through life. I want to be able to have that as my play money, and not to really even think about that. And it's all about changing our association. So here's my top tips to be able to change your mindset and association to money. The first thing is to know your outcome. As always, when I always talk about achieving goals, we must know our outcome. To become financially more abundant, we must know our outcome. Not what we don't want. Like I don't want to be in debt. That's not a goal or outcome. Well, it is, but it's an outcome of getting more in debt. It's not just to be getting by. It's not that next month I'll have enough money, because next month is always next month. Or next year I'm going to be financially abundant. Well, next year is always next year. Now, personally, I used to have that mindset as like, well, I know next year everything's going to change. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get more money. Things are going to change in my life. I'm going to get more well known for the work that I do. But it always became next year. When I began to shift my focus on when I wanted it, specifically date-wise, it was like it had to happen. My behaviors then automatically changed to make it happen by that date. So it could be like on May the 24th, 2011, I'm going to have X, Y, Z. Now we've got a destination. We've got an outcome specific. We know where we're going. We know what we want. And then we have to stick by that. So make sure that you know exactly how you want it. Make sure it's achievable as well. I mean, one of the things is who defines achievable or realistic. Well, it's up to us really. But I think there will be a line between what is achievable and what is not achievable, what is realistic, unrealistic. So if you were to say, well, I want to be a millionaire by tomorrow, to me that could be very unrealistic unless maybe you win the lottery or something like that, or someone happens to give you it. There must be a more realistic timescale which is achievable and realistic. But don't be tied down to limitations in what you believe to be realistic, because sometimes we can push ourselves to make it happen quicker, and it can happen quicker. The other thing is to make sure that if it isn't a quick time, be aware of the consequences of that, because it may affect our health if we're working 24 hours a day. It may affect our family as well if we're not spending time with them. So make sure it's congruent in all areas of your life. The next thing that I suggest you doing is visualizing the amount you wish to have as if you have it in your life already. I was saying on a podcast recently, and if you haven't listened to it, it's all about assumption. And it says, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and act upon that very conviction. Okay, it's a bit wordy, a bit long. It comes from Neville Goddard, who is a wonderful writer, and he wrote it in the book Awareness. So assume the feeling of having achieved it already and act upon it as if you've got it already. So when we visualize the amount that we want, as if you have it right now in your life, imagine what you'd be seeing with all that money, what you'd be hearing, what you'd be saying to yourself, what you'd be feeling. Do this before you sleep. This kind of sends off and passes off that, it's like you're handing over that visualization to your unconscious mind as you sleep. Not only are we becoming more congruent in getting it, because the more we think and feel it, we feel as more worthy to have it, but our body will actually be trying to find the solutions how to get it. Because not consciously, we don't always know how we're going to get what we want. Martin Luther King said, it's not about the whole staircase or seeing the whole staircase, it's just taking the first step. And I think that one of the first steps is this visualization of having got it already and handing it over to your unconscious mind as you go to sleep, and allow your unconscious mind to assist you in finding ways of achieving that money. And even as you wake up, just thinking about it actually, as you wake up, to just set that intention out for the rest of the day, that you're going to act, think and react in a way that you'd like to, in accordance to achieving this goal. The other thing is, brainstorm. Start thinking of new ways of increasing your income. There's no need to push it, but take 10 minutes out every day. Just kind of doodle ideas on a piece of paper of how you can add to your financial balance. Think of it as a fun time, a creativity time. Time out for yourself where you can just come up with the most craziest, most wonderful ideas. 99% of them may be absolutely unimaginable. Things which can't happen, but go ahead and just flow with that. 10 minutes every day, just kind of doodle down, write down, jot down, create pictures of all the type of ways you can add to your behavior or add to your financial account. The other one is to believe it will happen. And have that unwavering faith and trust in yourself that it will happen. That you're worthy to have it. Work upon it, think it and feel it. The more you do, it becomes like walking or driving. It becomes second nature. We're developing new beliefs around money. And also really have the mantra that you are worthy of money. And that you attract money. The more you think about those beliefs, you could say the opposite of a belief that we may have, like money is the root of all evil, or it's hard to come by. If we switch that round and continue to say to ourselves that I am worthy of all the financial abundance that I wish, but it comes easily and effortless to me, we're overriding those old beliefs and developing new beliefs which support us in actually going for our goal, going for that financial abundance. The other thing which is absolutely important is to take action, to take inspired and massive action. Look out and act upon opportunities. The more you act upon them, the more effective you become in achieving your goals. And then the final thing is to be open to receiving it. Allow yourself to, with the money that you get into your life, invest 10% of it. Give away 10%. And save 10%. Lots of people have been saying this over time, that we must invest 10% because it's like the money that we get into our life, we're reinvesting in our life to actually make more of it. If we give away 10%, we're developing healthy relationship to money, that we don't have to be very absolutely secure in it, and as if we must keep it very tightly to us. We're having this level and association to money that we actually want to give back, that the money that we get, we're actually helping others. It develops a very healthy attitude to money. It's like paying it forward. And then save it as well. So you invest 10%, give away 10%, and save 10%. When you save it, you're seeing your account balance begin to grow, which once again develops a greater mindset. Where it be the smallest amount of money at first, this develops a wonderful mindset to have. It gives you a new relationship around money. And if you do that, I know that you're going to create a much better financial attitude and mindset in receiving and going for money. And like I said, I think that's the first step. In getting money, you must get the right mindset to money. And that's purely from reading all these books about financial abundance, about entrepreneurs who have had nothing and have amassed this absolute financial amount of money, which seems unreal, but it's what they've got. And if you look at these people as well, these aren't greedy people. They appreciate money. They give away money. They save money. They invest it. You hardly see real entrepreneurs retiring. They love doing it. They love making money because they have these attitudes around it. They have the passion for it. You see them giving away money to charities or developing their own charities because they know that they're thankful for what they have. They have gratitude, and it's all about developing these new associations to money. So I hope you enjoyed these kind of helpful tips for financial abundance and getting what you want. And this is absolutely applicable for other areas in your life. So if you re-listen to this, substitute the word money with health or relationship or career, and you're going to absolutely see wonderful results there as well. So have a wonderful day, and I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.